Hey friends, Cherie here. Welcome back to the channel, Gardening at Home with Cherie. Well, I am going to take you guys along as I do my first garden harvest of the season. It is that time where I still haven't even, let's have a peek out of the window. Yeah, I still haven't I haven't cleaned out this garden at all. This is the one next to the greenhouse. Oh look, a ladybug made her way into the greenhouse. But I have not cleaned out the main garden where I will be planting my summer crops at the end of May, early June. I'm just using my greenhouse for now to get some flower seeds started, and it's holding some of the store-bought plants that I'll be putting out there. I actually did also move some of my seedlings in here. And so yeah, we're gonna go up to the hillside garden where I have mostly planted out a lot of the, kind of spring moving into summer crops, because I'm gonna start doing some herb harvest up there, and then we're gonna come down to the lower garden and do some herb harvesting as well. So yeah, let's head up to the hillside garden. So y'all, we're up here in this hillside garden. I hope to finish getting it set up, cleaned up, and then planted out over the next couple of days. But you can see here a lot of this is all stuff that I direct seed sowed. And well, not the tomatoes and not the chives, but the stuff back here, all the peas, the flower seeds coming up. And you can see it's a constant battle against the birds, the chipmunks, the squirrels that just be in here digging. The birds are stealing my worms, and they do it right in your face. They just stole a couple seeds I can see, but like that was one of my watermelons. But y'all know I got backups. I started saying back in 2021, I grow backups for my backups, and I still do. So I'll show you the tray actually real quick. So here are some of the backups for the backups that were direct seed sown. There's some more backups for the backups. So yeah, I can't be playing around with these critters. But anyway, I'm not up here to do a tour, but look, I do want to show you how beautifully the potatoes are growing. There's a lot of potatoes up here. The leeks are still growing well. I planted a bunch of beans like everywhere. There's a lot growing on here, y'all. But I'm up here in this hillside garden for some specific things. I'm gonna snag some of this fennel top for a meal I'm gonna make tonight. But I'm gonna let these keep growing, obviously. And then I'm gonna start cutting back the orange mint up here, just a little, because I have some more down in the main garden that I'm going to be cutting, and I'm gonna freeze dry my first round of mint for the season. So let me get started on that. All these potatoes. I have so many containers with potatoes, and I have more actually that I'm gonna plant today. So I'm so excited about those.
To slow down. Fireplace, do you know how? Piles of paper, my desk is out. Who will care for the world out? Rest with me, close to curtains. Brew some herbal tea. Reach out for me. Take my hand and lead even when I disagree.
I just need a little bit of these fennel fronds for a meal. Okay, so next up, we're gonna get some from the greenhouse. I have this. I gotta pull this out. But I have this one here, and here. So they've been growing along while I put in some herbs, and then I did a lot of direct seed sowing in these green stalks in the greenhouse. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of that. So that's a nice bunch of orange mint for this early harvest. And again, I mean, probably every week or two, I'll be just harvesting from all the different mint plants and preserving them because they grow so quickly. These are some new varieties that I got in. I haven't even done a video on them yet, but I mean, they've grown so much. They've been in the greenhouse for like 7 days, maybe. And so, yeah, I will be putting some of these in the ground after I get the beds cleared, but I'll be able to do but I should be able to do early harvesting on these 4 new varieties as well. But anyway, let me stay focused. I'm gonna go put this on the screen porch, and then I have 3 more varieties that perennialize here. And so I'm gonna harvest from those so I can make space for my summer crops because they have just spread across the beds. All right, so I'm gonna go through this whole bed here and pull a lot of this. I'm gonna pull the stuff around the perimeter out at the root because I need to put onions there. I like to have the onions around the border, and then I'll leave some of the things that are growing in the center. So some of this I'm gonna harvest for preserving, and then some of it I'm going to have for propagating new plants. This is my variegated ginger mint. Okay, that's already a lot. Grab that big patch back here, and then I have another bed to go to. These ginger mint roots are no joke. Okay, so now I need to tackle this area here. I filmed footage early in the season. I don't think I released it yet. I'll try to maybe put a little glimpse in here, but this has all grown in the last 2 weeks. So I've already planted onions in here, so I don't want to get in here pulling because I'll accidentally pull the onions out. So with this, I'm just going to go through and carefully cut for preserving. And it's just going to keep growing tall. And I'm just going to keep getting in there and just cutting it and preserving it. And so I have to do this for this whole one bed. And then, again, this is the variegated ginger mint. And then I'm gonna do a 3rd variety of mint. So let me get this done. All right, so, I mean, it's hard to tell, but that did get a little bit of a haircut. I had to be careful again because the onions are already growing for the season. I have some perennial flowers and some self-seeding flowers. I think those are cosmos that have also come back. And I will clear a bit more because I have grapevines and other things that need to be planted. And so as I'm starting to plant those, I will cut the mint back in those areas down to the ground, so that they don't smother out some of the new things growing. And again, I might pull some up by the roots and propagate them as well if I need that space. All right, let me show you what I've harvested from the ginger mint, and then we're gonna move on to the last mint. Here's what I harvested so far from the ginger mint. I have a lot there. It's hard to see in the black container. I'm gonna go through, propagate some of that, and I will use some of that to fill up the freeze dryer tray if necessary as well. Because like I said, I've already propagated a lot of the ginger mint. And at some point, you know, I don't have gardening friends, so I mean, I do in some groups, but yeah, it's like there's only but so much I can propagate because I don't have any like direct people to give it to, and so I'll just be harvesting. Okay, so this is the final area that I'm going to harvest mint from. You can see here I've already planted the onions in this area, but I need to reclaim some open soil for some summer crops. And so I'm just gonna, again, cut a lot of this back down to the ground, because I don't want to accidentally disrupt my onions. And then you can see over here where it's kind of growing through that crack. This particular board cracked and it, the mint started growing through it. So I'm gonna get that all out as well so it doesn't start spreading into the mulch. Those might be good candidates if roots come out with it to propagate. But again, I'm at that stage now where I have so much mint and it grows so fast over the summer that, you know, there's only but so much I need to harvest and preserve every year. But again, maybe I'll share some of this deliciously homegrown and freeze-dried mint this year as gifts and treats. We'll see, because it really, I mean, that freeze-dried mint tea is just nothing like the dehydrated preserved one. Is incredible. All right, let me get to work on this one. I have my container ready to fill, and then I have the freeze-dry actually gonna get turned on and get put to use.
Up in a painted cup, I will pour my love from a cloud above. So bright I can see the lights taking you up and above the blue sky. Tastes good to be drinking all of the honey sweet brew of ours. Up in a painted cup, right in the sky like a firefly. Like a firefly. I believe to believe is to feel the fire grow within. I believe to believe is to see how the present comes from dreams. Up in a painted cup, I will paraglide across the sky. Let flowers and tiny hearts shaping a line in the cup of ours. So sweet like a honeybee can buzz around a honey tree. Up in a painted cup, right in the sky like a firefly. Like a firefly. I believe to believe is to feel.
Okay, friends, so I think I have enough of the peppermint to fill up a tray or maybe even two. So we will deal with this bed later as we transplant my seedlings. In probably about a week, I'll probably, you know, just do another harvest. But you see how I've opened that up quite a bit and did not disturb the onions. I think I accidentally cut one green top, but not bad. All right, let's get these mints cleaned off and onto the freeze dryer trays. Okay, so I brought everything out of the sun. This is the bin with the ginger mint that I pulled at the root to propagate. So again, I have a lot of that. I'm gonna get all this mint washed off and dried and get the freeze-dried trays ready, and we'll come and load them up, and then that way I'll see if I need to cut off any of the ginger mint from here to fill up my trays or not. If not, I mean, I think I might have like 100 new ginger mint plants. Okay, so it's funny, this is my 4th garden season with my freeze dryer, and I feel like I'm getting better and better at knowing like how much I need to harvest to fill a tray. This was perfect. This is the orange mint, enough to fill a tray. The ginger mint, enough to fill a tray without, you know, going over and dealing with any of the stuff that I pulled to propagate. And then that peppermint was enough for 2 trays. So the freeze dryer is cooled down. I'm gonna go slide these trays in, and I'll be back to show you what this all looks like after it's freeze dried. All right, friends, so here are the 3 varieties of mint post freeze dryer. This is the, here how crunchy it is. These 2 trays, remember, are the peppermint. This is that variegated ginger mint, and this is the orange mint. All right, so I'm just gonna get these jarred up, and I look forward to continuing to harvest and preserve more mint varieties, and especially more of these particular mint varieties throughout the season. And yeah, I'll probably update you. All right, friends, thanks for watching. Bye.